Hello there, Ray, and welcome everybody to our live stream. Today is Friday, December 22nd. What are we like? 1, 2, 3 days into Christmas time? It's crazy. As we start stream going, you check out my socials, see what I'm up to on like my YouTube, Discord, Twitter. You guys can also join my Discord and voice call. You guys want to listen in? So I got Patreon if you want to support me. Offer tons of cool perks over there. Got TikTok, Instagram, as well as Reddit. Ad break ends. Okay, looks like there's an ad that's gonna finish in 2 minutes. I will wait. That finishes up. Let me send out announcements in the meanwhile. Let's see, what is the title of the stream? I already forgot. Oh yeah. Welcome everybody to our live stream. Guess there was an ad earlier. You guys are having a great Christmas vacation. If you guys have that. I know a lot of people said that their Christmas vacation started already. Haven't already? Let me know when it does start for you. We're only 3 days away from Christmas, which is crazy to think. And we're doing our Friday live stream. The goal today is to look at some of the things that we can use the autocrafters for to actually progress like the automation in the game. So there's like, obviously you can use autocrafters for everything, but there's only like 2 things that actually help progress automations. I did talk about these in previous videos, but I want to kind of point them out during the Farm Everything document, which I think the kind of month of January and February, probably working more on that. I'm going to post announcements onto my community tab. If you guys are subscribed, the bell notification set to all, you get access to those. And also on my Twitter. Sweet. Yeah, I hope you guys all having a Merry Christmas time. Welcome in everybody. We got James in the chat. Fire Demon's here. Thanks Sneaky for contributing to your community challenge. Got Polter back. Evoker King. How you doing there, Sneaky? I read your your pun in the Discord. There's a special channel for puns if you guys. It's called Ray Puns on my Discord if you guys want to try your best. No, once some people used AI to make some pretty funny ones. Kill the gigantic sniffer. Ooh, Polter also got the 5-stream streak. Always a tongue twister. Oh, Rick is here. Hey, Rick. We've been. Wait, so I think I set everything off. Should be good to go. Not sure if I'm missing anything or not. No. Okay. We will figure it out as we go. There. So, this is the Farm Everything document. You guys haven't already checked it out. Is it the title? Let me just open it. Oh, no, it's not that. Let me add it to the title. But it's right there in the chat too. So if you click that Farm Everything document, you get access to this spreadsheet here. It's really fun to kind of see like how many farms you got in your world. If you're ever looking for something to do in your Minecraft world, great spreadsheet to kind of show what are all the different farm possibilities. I want to try to make something like crazy as like a beacon farm, or just want to make a dirt farm, all that. Change the title, add the farm everything document. People know they can do it. Exclamation mark. Farm. Is it join? I'll just change the join one. Or I could change the YouTube one. Alrighty. So let me write a little message about what we're doing today. Today Ray is looking at the Farm Everything spreadsheet to see which items, which items can be used with auto crafters to progress Minecraft automation. A bit confusing, but hopefully it makes sense. Or red sheet. Hey, Doom's in the chat. What has Doom been up to? Throwing a little moat. Okay, I'll pin that. Everyone else joins midway through the stream to be aware of what's going on. So you guys see there's quite a few people already on this. Look, there's even an anonymous pumpkin. Is that Gordy? It's Gordy. Check out the spreadsheet. I guess while I'm here, I can also hop onto the testing server. Oh, I forgot testing servers and then the most recent snapshot. We can pull that up. Working, existing is a good one. We've been working on recovering from my leg injury. Oh, what happened to your leg? Did you tell me that? What happened to it? Okay, I'm gonna load up the snapshot. So mostly what I'm trying to do is look at the main things. I don't know why I can't see the scroll bar. It's so hard to see the scroll bar on this thing. What if I just push home? What happens? No. Doesn't work. Page up. Okay, it's a bit slow. I wish there was a dark mode for like Google Spreadsheets. I've looked into it before and I could never find one. But that would be nice. Okay, I'll sit on the testing server. Maybe we check out people are up to on there. they want us to check out something. Or we can also spectate them. There's like boss bars with that is a kind of cool command. Oh, berries over here, I see. Yeah, so like just off the top of my head, there's a couple things I think that autocrafters could be useful. So obviously like turn kelp into a fuel source. Let me pull up the Wikipedia or the wiki. Gotta make sure I say wiki. The wiki related to fuel. Did gymnastics at home. Wow. That sounds dangerous. You know, as a kid I always like enjoyed the concept of gymnastics, but my parents never had time to actually take me to anything gymnastics related or any after school activities, because I always had to work after school. But let's see. We look up fuel. What type of gymnastics do you do? So let's see what would be probably one of the better uses for fuel. I mean, besides like using a carpet duper, you get infinite fuel. Because now we can autocraft stuff. We got stuff like there's a block of coal, but can't make a block of charcoal. You could make charcoal, but coal you can't. No longer make charcoal into a block of coal. I think it was a possible maybe at one point. Rings and high bar. Wow, sounds dangerous. Do you have practice things at home? But yeah, getting coal isn't really... Oh, you see the zombie in the background. Wait, I thought I was spectating somebody. It ran away. Oh. Okay, we'll spec Barry. Barry's yeah, cool that the head got big too. Yeah, put it over here. Can't get you in the hole. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, we're looking at different fuel types. Did I click on something else? No, I think I scrolled or something. There it is. Who will win? Barry versus massive zombie. But yeah, lava is probably not a good fuel source because you need the player in order to pull lava out of like a lava farm. You need buckets, AFK player. So I'm gonna probably look for something that's a little bit nicer to use. In coal, you need not a coal block. You'd have to get a wither skeleton farm. And to get a wither skeleton farm, you would need the player AFKing. Like specifically at the wither skeleton farm. That's probably not a good way to get coal. Dried kelp. That one's a little bit odd. Because to get kelp, you first have to also get your dry kelp, and then your kelp. Now kelp only grows. Oh, we got it. Hit the zombie. Only grows if there's a player nearby. Oh, so we made block distribution. Oh no, this is how tall it gets, right? What exactly showing? Is this how much they're naturally... Block distribution for kelp plant. Okay, so I think someone just recorded all the kelp heights in Minecraft before they start growing. I don't know if this actually counts. If there's like a plant that's really tall, does it count the bottom one and the top? Or does this just count the top one? I would guess it would have to. Maybe it's just counting the topmost kelp. Because you'd expect most of them to be around this height here. The seafloor height. Well, maybe they are. Maybe right here. Anyways, it's kind of fascinating. Not really why we're here, though. Our goal is to see how useful it is to have kelp as your fuel source compared to other stuff. Growth mechanics. The downside to kelp is it has to be grown in water. It also only grows so tall. Each time it receives a random tick, kelp has a 40% chance of growing. That's probably useful. What did I remember? Did some tests with bamboo? I think it was in my video related to where I showed a bamboo farm. Talked about how much bamboo it typically produces per hour. There's 1 at 21 out. In snapshot form it is. Not sure why, but my throat seems a little bit scratchy today. Like it sounds scratchy. I guess it kind of feels a little scratchy. Okay. Now I do have some kelp farms. Also one that combines kelp farms with guardian farm. Or I guess it's a squid farm actually. You get squid ink and kelp at the same time. Don't need light level. Each random tick leaves 40% chance of growing. We'll look at that compared to bamboo. So other options are blaze, which takes a player, spawn in blaze. That's not really good. Coal, which takes a player. Charcoal. Charcoal, you can make without a player. I actually did a short video about a charcoal farm. For some reason it got like millions of views on TikTok. And it's one of my most uninterested farms, just a charcoal farm. But I did show it with my the automatic azalea tree farm. I guess the question is, can you make charcoal from the bamboo block? The bamboo blocks. Oh man. He became massive. I didn't even notice that. Oh! Doom's really small. Mega versus Mini. Fight it out, guys. Who wins? Let's grab these blocks and see if they can make charcoal at all. Furnace. Okay, so I don't look like any of them work. If it was something you could put up there, I think it would automatically get moved up in there. Okay, so you can't turn bamboo into charcoal. That means you're left with using azalea. You also can't use another wood for charcoal. So you have to use azalea logs. It's not called a heat block, huh? Education edition. The azalea tree farm. Now, an infinitely automatic azalea tree farm is pretty complicated. So probably not worth it. But we'll keep it in mind. It'd have to be, like, it's not too easy. You have to put in spawn chunks. Or as we loaded chunks. The chunk loader. How efficient is charcoal? No, he died.
Hey.
Hey. The charcoal says it can number of operations per field. It can do 8. Argus is, yeah, 8 is down here. That's not too bad. The kelp is 20, the block is 80, which is pretty efficient. Before you do turn 8, you use 9 of them. I guess you get a free goal by doing it that way. A boat can do 6. Miss a bunch of stream. Oh, you lost your streak, Nada. Okay, so let's do some math when it comes down to the wood and see which one of the woods are most efficient. Can you guys not do that? There's supposed to be a we're supposed to have a data pack that kills fireworks on the server. Doom, do you know where that data pack is? Can you check to see if it's turned on or not? If not, could you try turn on? So when it comes to different types of wood stuff, it seems like a lot of the small stuff only does 1.5 items. 1.5. All these are 1.5 except for slabs. Amount needed deck, seconds per bamboo, seconds per logs. This might actually do some of the math for us. Seconds per log. So calculations as burning time in seconds divided by the number of logs used to make one fuel when all wood ingredients are made from logs. Items are red or made entirely of wood. Wonder why they showcase this as being how many seconds. I guess you could, like, we could compare compare the slab here to the seconds, and then this is also seconds. So 7.5 seconds for 60 seconds per log. Is that true? Oh. Seconds per log. That don't quite make sense. Let me find a different one. The strip wood is 15. 15, like this makes sense, right? One log, looks 20 seconds. Same as over here. Overworld wood or strip wood. This don't quite seem right. 11. This is 11 seconds. This one says 15 seconds. Planks. Now this makes sense because it takes, you get 4 planks. You have 4 planks, so each of them 15 seconds times 4 equals 60. The number of operations per fuel, okay. That shows how good it is, how long it will last. So apparently a single plank will last the same length as a log. If I put in plank and a log, and then, oh wait, I'm gonna put them down here. Yeah. And then if I have something that can cook like this, this is also to cook 1.5. So we'll get halfway across before it runs out. That looks about right. And the same thing happens here. Okay. That's why it's more efficient to break down the log into a plank. Okay, so that part makes sense. The next part is you turn that plank into slabs. Same efficiency. You get 2 slabs. They give half as much of fuel. We probably won't. We won't use the actual wood itself because using an infinite automatic like a the tree farm isn't really useful compared to using bamboo. You don't have to use a TNT duper. So we'll probably base this all off of how much it costs for bamboo. They do actually have a category here that says amount needed to melt. No, not this one here. Seconds per bamboo. Seconds per bamboo. I think they take this item and they break it down to how many bamboos it's equal to. Each bamboo only does 2 and 3, 2 and 2/3 items. Could that be right? So they're saying 1 bamboo. Thick ingredient? I guess it's a natural thing. One bamboo. Okay, so it only does very small amount. Okay. It takes 4 of them. I think. So it takes 4 bamboo just to get. They show bamboo here. 4 bamboo. I guess each bamboo only does 1/4 of a smelt. That makes sense. If I change this chart, if I change this to this here. This should show the most efficient stuff to make. Banner takes wool. We'll skip over that one. 22 of 25 streams to next 3 gold. You have the if you miss a stream, does it start over again at 1? I think it resets it. Okay, that does kind of make sense how it would work. Oh, this is Bedrock Edition only. Okay, so on Java Edition's down here. This one also says 3 1/3. Gosh, that's spleefed. You see it in chat. That means I guess we could try to equate like how many. Maybe this is telling us like how many bamboos it takes to make a slab. No, it still says seconds per bamboo. That's just a weird way of playing it. Should say maybe that, I don't know. What else? I think it should say something like number of operations per bamboo. Like how many bamboo, like how much bamboo is one slab equivalent to? Let's see, how many it takes to make one of these and one of these. This is 3 1/3. All these are 3 1/3. I'm guessing if we did this correctly, these are all the most efficient wood sources. Let's see how much it costs. You can just teleport to me using spectator mode. Defoker. Yeah, 22 out of the 25 streams next streak. How many streaks are there? Did they just keep going up? Is there no limit to? Can you get like 500 stream streaks, whatever? What's the command? Spectator mode? Just push the 1 key. Okay. So we'll first figure out how many it takes. How many does it take to make a block, right? We're just making a normal bamboo. No, we're making a bamboo mosaic. Okay. Not exactly sure how that's made. Guessing it's with planks. So you get planks. And then from the planks, you can what? You have to make slabs. And can you make mosaics? Then you can make mosaics. Okay. But I mean, essentially, it's turning. Does one mosaic produce more fuel than one? How much does one of these produce? Oh wow, actually quite efficient. 1, 2. Okay. I can see why they did that. That's compared to, because it's essentially equivalent to this, right? Challenge is 1.5. We have these, and we turn. Thanks for following, Marky. Or is it Marcy? To make the mosaic, we just need 2 normal slabs. We can get 2 normal slabs. So this should make 3. We're turning 3 planks into 3 of the mosaic. We put in 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. This one, I'll go right out sooner. Or not, it's not going to produce as many. Hey, Weldy. Great to see you, chat. So get dropped in for a little bit before work. Good to hear. Okay, so we got 3. Working on the last one. Same here. Oh, maybe they're... Okay, so it's about half. It's about 4.5. This is also 4.5. Oh, so it looks like it's equivalent. Okay. So why? Let me just double check this document. There's the mosaic one. Do they have the planks down here too? Oh, the planks are ranked as the same. Okay. Okay. So the planks are the same. Started with three planks. Now when it comes to the ladders, the ladders show up next. If this chart is correct. The ladders, if you want to make ladders, so you need 2 bamboo to make a stick. And then from a stick, you need 7. Right, 7 sticks. You need 14 bamboos. Bamboos makes 3 of these. Before we were using planks, so we were using 9, and then 9 would make 2. Okay. 9 bamboo. Let me write this down. Using I think that's what the spreadsheet's trying to show, but nine bamboo equals 2 planks. And we said what was 2 plank equivalent to? 2 plank says it 3 1/3. No, I said 1 plank is equivalent to 1 1/2. 1 1/2. So when we stuck 3 of them in there, we got 3 plus we got 4, and then we got half one. That does make sense. Okay. So 2 planks would equal a total of 3 melts. Now, if we make ladders, make 3 ladders from what do we say? 7, 14. So we use 14 bamboo to make. Bamboo makes 7 sticks, and that equals 3 ladders. And take the 3 ladders and we cook something with them. Looks like we'll get 3 maybe. Or in a partial one. Okay, so two ladders equaled 3. We get 4 and let's say the half, 4 and a half. $4.5 melt. The other one we said was 2 ladders. 2 ladders equal 3. Two ladders gets you 3. That means each would be 1.5. I think that's what the spreadsheet shows, right? Yeah, each ladder is 1.5. Okay. So 3 ladders would get you 3, 4.5. Okay. And then we already said each plank does 1.5. 2 planks is exactly 3. So now, what if we, instead of getting our bamboo from individual items, what if we turned them into blocks first, and then turned the blocks into planks? And then we turn the planks into sticks. That actually looks pretty inefficient. So if we work backwards, we can get 4 sticks. Okay. We need 7. Need 7, so that means we'll use 8. We got 8 sticks. And get those 8 sticks, we need to have 4 plank. And to get those 4 plank, we need 2 bamboo blocks. And to get those 2 bamboo blocks, we need a total of 9, 9, and 18 bamboo. Just to make 3 ladders. And we said the 3 ladders produced 4.5. Okay, so the difference is we do have 1 stick left over. So we use struck to make bamboo directly, then it costs about 14 bamboo. If you use the logs or the blocks, bamboo, costs 18 bamboo. Plus, we also got one stick left over. So 1 stick, and it would take 7 of those 1 sticks in order to make another set of 3. So if we take our 4.5 fuel that we get from 3 ladders, and we divide it by 7, that means we get or we can work backwards. Because we get 1 stick left over, right? And then if we... How does that work? Hurts my brain. Doomsday, look at the Christmas lights I made. Okay, check those out. Oh, wow. That is actually pretty cool. That uses a new... It's a TNT that can be applied to any block. That's crazy looking. Yeah, I guess because you normally can't make like other lights. At least, I mean, you could tint a light by putting some colored glass on top of it. Hey, Smiley. This part where it gets kind of confusing in my head. We have 1 stick left over. Do we turn that 1 stick into more fuel? Or do we reverse engineer and return that stick to make it cheaper bamboo? 1 stick left over. So we had a total of 8 sticks. Had 8 sticks. Oh, that was scary. 8 sticks, and we want to convert them back to bamboo. So we convert it 1 to 1. It equals 2 bamboo. 18. Let me just do some math. So if we take 18 and we divide it by 8, that means each stick, or how is that? Okay, that means it takes 2 1/4 bamboo in order to equal a stick. I guess we could have figured that out, see which was more efficient. 2 1/4 bamboo. So if we return the stick, that means we saved ourselves 2 1/4 bamboo, which still means it's cheaper to use actual bamboo to make your sticks than it is to make the blocks. Probably a smarter way of figuring that out. If we just convert both of them to sticks, which is still a bit confusing. "14 bamboo equals 7 sticks." We want 18. I guess it takes 16. Yeah, it takes 16 bamboo. 16 bamboo to make 8 sticks, or it takes 18 bamboo to make 8 sticks. So yeah, it's definitely cheaper to make bamboo this way. If you're trying to make sticks, that's the cheapest way to make sticks. Okay, so we figured out I guess how much does each bamboo do for smelting? So we either got we get 3 smelts, and it takes 9 bamboo each. That means each bamboo does a third. Let me see what that says on the document. It says each bamboo does a quarter. Well, let's see if we convert them to planks. No, yeah. Each bamboo does a quarter. That means it takes 4 bamboo to smelt something, right? Four bamboo equals 1 smelt. Means it's 0.25 bamboo per smelt. 0.25 smelts by smelts per bamboo. I think that's what you smelts per bamboo. And then for this one, if we turn the bamboo into planks, all of a sudden we get 3 smelts. Meaning each bamboo does a third. So I guess if we look at the plank one, it should say a third. Oh, they don't have the conversion. This is really confusing, this one. Seconds per bamboo. You'd have to pretty much take this, take that number divided by that. Does that even work out? 3.33 divided by 1.5, 2.22. Oh, that's not what I'm seeing. Something's not right. Hey, Cessor. We turn the bamboo into planks. We get 3 smelts out of 2 planks. And we 2 planks come from 1 bamboo block, which is essentially 9. We can turn 9 bamboo. We can turn 3 smelts divided by 9 bamboo, meaning each bamboo only does a third of a smelt. So 0.33 smelts per bamboo when it comes to using planks. So it's more efficient to make planks than it is to use actual bamboo items. Does this chart illustrate that? Because bamboo is lower and planks are up here. I think that is showing it just in a different way. Not as helpful way. So now we want to compare ladders. We found out making ladders with bamboo is better than making them out of bamboo blocks. So we can get it gets a bit confusing. 7 Okay, so out of 14 bamboo, we can get 5.5 or 4.5. We get 4.5 smelts out of 14 bamboo. That means each smelt does 0.32, which is actually not as efficient. So making ladders is not as efficient. Does that illustrate that here? I don't know if that really shows that here. They make it look like ladders are just as efficient as planks. It takes 14 bamboo, 4.5 smelts. Just slightly less efficient. But I don't know, for some reason they're showing the exact same numbers. Maybe they rounded them or something. And then there's something like boats. Now, surprisingly, boats can burn quite a few things. Burn 6 things for them. But they show them as being much less efficient. So let's just figure this out to see if it is as less efficient as I say it is. So to make a boat, what do we need? We need some more planks. Okay, so we need 7 planks. Let's say we'll make 2 boats. 2 boats is a total of, not 7, but it's 5. Okay, 5. So 2 boats would be 10 planks. We'll make two boats. And we said that's a total of 10 planks, which is 10 planks is equivalent to 5 bamboo blocks. And 5 bamboo blocks is equivalent to 9 times 5 is what, 45? We need 45. We need 45 bamboo. Is there a warden up there? What is an warden? Not a warden. Oh, it is a warden. Very loud. Okay, so we need 45 bamboo to essentially make 2 boats. And then once you get your 2 boats, you go to smelt something. Each boat is supposedly supposed to do 6 things, which is pretty impressive. That looks about right. That should be able to do 12. So it should be able to do 12 melt. Means pull our calculator. So we take the 45 bamboos, which it took to make the 2 boats, and if we divide it by the amount of smelts, which is supposed to be 12, looks like it is going to be 12. Did I do that wrong? 45 bamboos. No, we're supposed to take the number of smelts. Take the smelts divided by the amount of item it takes to do that. That means each bamboo only does 0.26, so it's even less efficient. 0.26. Okay, so I don't think it's sufficient to take your bamboo and make anything out of it, because I think if they do this chart correctly, the boats are less efficient. I think we're supposed to look at this column here. Oh, this one does say 3.12. I don't know exactly what these are supposed to be. Boats are here. And looks like this is correct. Looks like the best smelting is turning them into planks. If you turn them into planks, I guess maybe you could also figure this out by... You have a column called number of operations per stack. If you had a stack of each of these, how long it would take. And then what you could do is you could also figure out how many bamboo is in that stack. That's another way of figuring out too. Yeah, we did get 12. So if this chart's correct, as you go downwards, these should all be less efficient than the previous stuff. At least when it comes to amount of bamboo and stuff it takes. I guess if we really want to figure it out, we could try to use one of the worst ones. They're saying this one's the worst. And we'll see how bad it really is. Because it says you only do a single operation with the whole sign. Signs, you know, are expensive. I guess we could try something with the chest. It might be a little easier to figure out. So, to make a chest, we need... Oh, that's kind of... Oh yeah, I guess I did mention this. You could always take like the netherite, the nether wood, and you could craft it down, and then try to craft it down into like ladders, and you can use that to smelt. I do remember that in my video where I talked about my infinitely automatic nether wood farm. I talked about best way to use it is to, I think I said craft ladders in that video, which I think I was actually correct. So I might have done this math before, or might have understood this chart better at the time. Okay, so we're gonna try to figure out one of the worst things. What do you say it was? Oh yeah, chest. Which is 8. Chest is 8 blank. Oh, I'm gonna grab some thanks for following, Riley. I'll grab some more water. And meanwhile, let me put up the right one. Meanwhile, check out my social links, see what I'm up to all across the area there. If you guys want to support me, I do have a Patreon with a bunch of perks. And I will be back just in a minute. I'm back. Sweet. So, I feel like we made a lot of good progress. I can do the right one. There. Because ultimately we're trying to figure out, like, is the autocrafter going to be useful for other aspects of, like, automating the game? Like, besides just using it to craft the typically uncraftable stuff, like you can make a automatic black stained glass paint farm, right? But that's just to get you the item. And if you're not a builder, and if you're not needing that item, it doesn't really help you. So this is mostly aimed for people that want to do automation. And one of the best places it can be used for is like producing automatic source, so like bone meal, automatic source like fuel, blaze powder for your brewing stands, that sort of thing. So when it comes to fuel, yes, it's going to be useful for fuel. But the question is, which out of all the options, because there's a lot of options when it comes to fuel, which one's going to be one of the best? And for us to figure that out, we have to figure out like what are our options when it comes to the player AFKing and random tick stuff is growing around him. We have options between like kelp and bamboo, even throw in on like the automatic tree farm. And what I'm doing is I'm narrowing down all the fuel options to just the ones that people most likely do. So like removing stuff like lava bucket. With lava bucket, you need the player directly to be picking up the lava. And something like block of coal, you need the player to be like AFKing with their skeleton farm, which is not as nice as something that can be running on its own. So we look at kelp, but before we can really see how useful kelp is, we need to compare it to bamboo. That's what we're doing right now. So right now, now we're looking at bamboo, and bamboo consists of a lot of different things you can do with bamboo. So out of all the bamboo things, which one's the best? Which is the best? So let's take a look at chests, because apparently chests are like really bad for fuel source. If this chart's correct, it should rank pretty low on our calculations as well. We said it takes 8 blank. And then each blank equals, we get 2 planks. That means it only takes 4 bamboo blocks. And then we gotta do our math of 4 times 9. I love how you guys just like to make noises. And you guys are like, I want Ray's attention. Let me make some noise. Okay, so that's 36 bamboo. 36. So it's gonna take 36 bamboo to make one chest. Where's our chest? 30. And apparently one chest is really bad. I think it's I said 1.5. One and a half, okay. I think that's what we're seeing here. Yeah, it looks like about 1.5. Okay, so 1.5. You only get 1.5 smelts per 36 bamboo. And this looks like it's gonna be pretty bad. If we take that 1.5 smelts divided by the whole 36 bamboo it took, that means each one is only 0.04. Okay, that is really bad. 0.04. I'm just write this down because it's just such a silly small number. Melt per bamboo. Okay, so I think we figured it out. So the best is not to just put bamboo directly into a furnace, but to turn into planks first. So now that we know what bamboo, let's look at the other fuel sources. What was it sorted? Was it sorted like this? Oh, I don't know how it's sorted. Oh, I think it was sorted like this. I guess we should we sort this? Maybe this is okay. I think it's nothing really over there. Okay. We talked about all those. We came down to the bamboo ones. All the wood are pretty much exactly as bamboo. So I'd recommend using a bamboo farm versus using anything else. Mangrove roots. I have an unusual one. We did look at the ladders. Nothing too crazy there. These are only going to be 1.5. 1.5. What do I call them? Smelts. Oh, Smiley says, are viewers in the world? Yeah, this world's open to viewers. Oh my goodness. Scared me. Any of the viewers can join the world if they want to. Thanks for the drink up reminder. And they're using the scaling thing to make themselves really small or big. Haha, killed all the Gordies. Yeah, if you guys don't hop on. Where's this thing? Do you like the funny face? Oh, that is a funny face. That's actually pretty good. I used to love making those type of faces. Like in the early days of Minecraft, and also in the game of RuneScape. Just looking at all those weird symbols that are offered in the game. Okay, so now I think we graduated from looking at all the wood stuff. Maybe I should sort this differently. We'll sort it with bamboo, log. I guess we do it with bamboo maybe. It says the banners are one of the most efficient. But it does take wool. How many banners do you get? You just get one per... Oh. That's why they're considered efficient, because it's only one stick. One stick, you get 1.5 smelts out of it, compared to actual stick, which is only half a smelt. You get 3 times as many smelts, but it costs you wood or wool, which is, in my opinion, is it really worth it? Because I think, I mean, there's different ways to get wool, but of course, we're not really talking about carpet duping. But if you were to have sheep, that would be a bunch of entities, and then that'd also mean they'd have to eat the grass. I think the grass only grows in random picked areas, meaning that they have to be around the player. Similar to the other stuff, so I think it just overcomplicates it. But anyways, that is fascinating. So they have bamboo down here for efficiency. They have bamboo lower than ladders. Did I do this right? bamboo lower than ladders? Ladders, what did we say the ladder was? 0.32. Well, bamboo is lower than ladders. Okay, that looks correct. This is all wood. We got daylight sense in there. Some other things. Way at the bottom, it's a sign. How many signs do you get when you craft? Oh, you do get 3 signs, okay. I guess it helps a little bit. That's still quite expensive. Okay, and then it comes down to lava. We said lava wasn't good because it takes a player. Coal's not good because it takes a player. Dried kelp. We'll take a look at dried kelp after we go through the rest. Blaze takes player. Coal. Charcoal. You can't make charcoal without logs. And you can't use bamboo to make logs. That's a good clip there, Nada. I mean, you can always post your clips onto the Discord clip channel. It's called Stream Clip channel. That way they're accessible even after the stream. People can find them easily. Suppose you can also post them in general chat on my Discord. So yeah, charcoal's not really worth it because by the time you grow a azalea tree, blow it up and that kind of stuff, it's not really easily scalable. Pretty complicated. But then we also have some other stuff like bee nest, which I think is pretty expensive. You only get 1.5 smelts for an entire bee nest. What is this other stuff here? Oh, this is this is non-bamboo related stuff. Okay. This is the actual log. Figure out logs are not really worth it. Got saplings. Not really a good way to get tons of saplings. I mean, you could get azaleas. But I don't think a moss farm is really talk about azaleas. No, they don't. They talk about azaleas here? They should talk about them. Oh, there they are. They're right there. So azalea is only half smelt per azalea. And did it ever, when it comes to my moss farms, did it ever mention like how much excess? I guess I mentioned how much bone meal it produces, right? I guess I wonder like how many azalea would you produce? How much fuel would produce? Probably not worth it. You could reverse engineer it. So let me just pull up my moss farm. I want to see. I know I did change some of the redstone. I made it a little more efficient after uploading the video. What does it say? I guess we're gonna have to watch a video. I didn't write it in the description. Let me pull this up. Usually towards the end of the video. Alrighty. Let's take a look at this.
This up while pointing out how it works. Now leave a like on the video.
Oh, let's see what he has to say.
These
This guy sounds really smart.
and you can expand this as big as you want. Plus it runs all in.
Okay. You can see the most watched part is probably... Oh, that's the tutorial part. I thought it was going to be the part where I tell how much it produces per hour.
here. Then you can have 2 levers to lock the hoppers. So at any point you want, you can lock this hopper. And then once you pull, have 2 levers to underneath slot. Now slot will place in our azalea bush. Now we can repeat this process until the second
this is all other stuff.
just hoppers underneath going directly in. And then once you pull this item out in this slot here, you will get all the XPs from that item plus all the previous ones, give you an infinite source of fuel as well as XP. So having this in an often loaded area with a cobblestone farm or other smeltable items being fed into the top automatically can make a great
Mally says, yeah, he does sound pretty smart.
XP farm without additional work. You can also use this to get unlimited bone meal just by putting a hopper here and a composter underneath, then a chest right here with a hopper pointing into that. Or you can just collect everything as items by putting a hopper and a chest here. Then we can place in levers here, here, and here, and we can lock those hoppers. Now everything will go directly into the last one, where you get the items of the moss block, the carpet, as well as both the
Did it tell how much it produces per hour?
Check out this playlist.
No! I understand the whole thing's a tutorial, but I thought it said how much bone meal it produces per hour. Oh, is check description. Description just. Oh yeah, because I did make a tweak to it. There's also a clip missing partway in it.
Smelt. Now we can put in our collection for in this slot here. You will get all the XPs with this in an often loaded area. XP farm without additional work. Underneath, then a chest right here with a hopper pointing into that. Or you can just collect everything as items by putting a hopper and a chest here. Then we can place in levers here, here, and here.
That is something.
And even wheat seeds. Check out this place of the lock those hoppers. Now everything will go directly into the last one, where you get the items of the moss block, the carpet, as well as both azaleas and even
Hey Gumba.
Check out this playlist for more simple and efficient farms. For this playlist where I'm challenging myself by making a farm for every item in the game Minecraft. Remember, you can watch me live as I design all these.
Wait, we can watch them live during Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time? Guys, did you guys know this? That you guys can watch me during my live stream? Hey Melvis. Learn something new every day. That's weird. I don't mention how much bone meal it produces per hour. I'm kind of confused by this.
Hello there, Ray here. This machine here is a must-have for any Minecraft world. It produces infinite amounts of bone meal, fuel source, XPs, and all these vegetation items. And you can expand this as big as you want. Plus it runs all on its own without the player even having to be there. I'll show you how to build this up while pointing out how it works. Now leave a like on the video and let's get started. Starting out, we need about a 6.
Like, sometimes I don't like to say how much it produces per hour because it depends on how many modules you make, but sometimes I'll say like, produces this much bone meal per module, kind of thing. I know creations like yours make tutorials for both Bedrock and Java. Bedrock and Java mechanics are a bit different. They're becoming similar. Becoming more and more similar. But they're just a little bit too different for me to do stuff. So I just focus on Java because that's what like the it has more mechanics and technical stuff.
And while we do that, make sure you guys are subscribed with the bell turned on, as I have tons of simple farm designs on my channel, and I've created a farm for almost every item in the game Minecraft. You can check those all out and my current progress with this document linked below. The first one is to make an infinite fuel source as well as XP farm. We'll first put in a hopper facing into the block, then we'll place in a...
We're just showing how to make a sorter. Huh. I'm a little bit baffled that I didn't talk about how much... Unless I do, and I just somewhere else in the video. Whoa!
Hey Rays, I love the content. I just logged into Twitch after not using it for a while and I found all of these bits here. Enjoy.
Oh my goodness, thank you, Cursed Adam. Thank you so much for coming with 500 biddies. Really means a lot. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. Thanks for the support. Logged in after a long while. Wow, that is something. Thanks for giving me all the biddies. Hope you're doing well. Your #1 biddy board. Now you should be in first place. And we're also getting pretty close to our cheer goal in the top left hand corner, which is awesome. Also trying to reach our sub goal in the top left hand, or the top, I guess it's the top right hand corner for the sub goal. Oh, my boss gonna go again.
Hey Rays, I love the content. I just logged into Twitch after not using it for a while and I found all of these bits here. Enjoy.
But yeah, we're also trying to reach our sub goal, which is the top right hand corner. If you guys do have Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, notice when it has it, use it up here each and every month. You have to do it manually, but if you do it on Twitch, you get a free subscription, give out to anybody. And if you do it to me, it's a great way to support me. Plus, I give you tons of Google perks as my way to say thank you. Oh, now I'm getting frozen. No. Yeah, if you guys want to join the testing server, you could get on there by doing !join. Okay, well, I'm a little bamboozled by not talking about it. Oh! First, thank you so much. Coming with the Prime. I say, thanks for reminding me. No problem. Your #1 bidder, bits leader. Means a lot. Yeah, you guys can check all the perks you get. You guys are a Twitch sub of mine. That link there. Raise sub perks. Well, kind of sad. I feel like maybe in some other video I talked about it. On Moss Farm. Shorts video.
I made an automatic farm for almost every item in the game of Minecraft, including this one. Hello there, Ray here. This machine here is a must-have for any Minecraft world. It produces infinite amounts of bone meal, fuel source, XPs, and all these vegetation items. And you can expand this as big as you want. Plus it runs all on its own without the player even having to be there. If you want to build this as well as other farms, full tutorial on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
I made an automatic farm for almost every item in...
That one's pretty brief. Should make more shorts videos like that go back to other stuff. Mention it. Kumba says, can't tell you how long it took me when I first started playing the game to realize I was playing Bedrock and not Java. I built so many things, like how you and other creators of Bumble. Oh, and then you figured out it wasn't working. No, look at that, I got the troll face on. Dun, 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 dun. That's by Barry. Maybe somebody comments at how much it produces per hour. I know I also made a, I used the same farm for my azalea tree farm. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, da, 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 da. AFK Azalea Tree Farm. Why not this one? Oh, it's a leaf farm. No, it's not that one. I think it's called Wood Farm or something. You know, Wood Farm. Oh, okay. I found it. Alrighty. Oh, I just shrunk the game. Honey, I shrunk the game again. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so this is talking about tree farm, but in the background I'm also talking about, or at some point I'm also talking about the moss. The moss part of it. So watch that.
I should align it and drop it just like so. Now notice that the TNT will eventually actually be able to destroy right the one that was here, blow them, and block sensors and TNT to blow up the tree, which produces a lot. Is also the bone meal system, sensors, and TNT to blow up the tree. Another option is also the bone meal system. This is my simple moss farm, which produces a lot of bone meal, and I made it a tileable design, which I will be showing in a second video. You can check out this device as well as the TNT device with the world download. I also provided the schematics in the description. So let's go ahead and
so this video was probably before the other one.
watch it work. So the first thing we need to do is put in some bone meal. If you don't have attached to a bone meal farm, that will go right here in this chest. And we also want to make sure that this block is in the right location, so it's to be on that side, and that's why we have that lever for.
We never actually do talk about it. Huh. Well, because in that video I'm like, yeah, I'll talk about it in a future video. Thanks for following, Mega. Why so many frogs? That is a good question. Guys, why is there so many frogs? Huh. I know my previous moss farm, I did actually tell how much bone meal it produces per hour, but it's like a different design. Actually, is it? Yeah. Actually, maybe it's not a different design. Let me check. Well, actually, I think it is. Oh my goodness, I'm completely covered up. Yeah, there's one missing. Moss. Let me type in bone meal. I'm just searching on my channel, by the way. I feel like there's one video related to bone meal that's missing. Let me check this one, see if it's in this one. So this one, I show a couple different farms. This is like during a snapshot, I'm pretty sure. And I remember, yeah, you couldn't wash away the azalea, so we had to break them using pistons. I'm pretty sure this. Oh, I know what video it's in. It's in the video where I show multiple farms all at once. Let me find that one. Moss. I'm surprised this doesn't show up when I type in the word moss on the channel. Farm. mods came out in 1.17 a while ago. I don't know how you got patient for redstone videos. I spent 10 minutes messing with crafter block and gave up. How am I so patient? I don't know if there's a secret. I guess maybe it's understanding. Maybe it's because I have a good understanding of like what my expectations are. Like if you're capable of understanding how long it's probably going to take to do something, then you're not surprised if it takes that long, or it takes a little bit less, or it takes a little bit more. But if you estimate how long it's going to take something, and you think it's going to take shorter than what it really takes, then you're probably going to be disappointed, right? May have something to do with that. Okay, for this one, I think it's in this video here. Okay. I think it's in this one. This is a video where I show multiple farms. If I go over here to say Moss Farm. I don't know if I talk about the rates though.
Much bone meal going into it. Next is one of my favorite farms for 1.17. This is a moss block farm that also can produce bone meal and fuel, which is infinitely automatic and playerless. So there's two versions of this farm. This first one was for the early snapshots, where azalea couldn't be broken by water and moss growth was very limited. The second version is for later versions, but both work in 1.17. These farms are amazing because not only do they provide a wide range of different new blocks, including the moss block, which is like a grass block but always green and on all sides, moss carpet, which is like normal carpet but camouflages well with grass. And it produces the two new types of azalea bushes, which look amazing inside of flower pots. It also has a byproduct of producing wheat seeds. On top of that, this farm can run 24/7 in spawn chunks without a player. And in single player, this will run as long as you're online and the overworld is loaded. And you can choose what type of things you want to get out of this farm. You can either have it directly put all the extra vegetation into a composter, therefore you get bone meal out of it, or you can have this hopper point into a chest directly where you can get all of the items. And what's even cooler yet is that you can filter out the azaleas and you can directly put them into your furnace. And that's what I set up here is two filters that pull out the azaleas, then they will automatically put them in here, and they're actually used as a fuel source. And therefore they can be used for a 24/7 XP source, as any items that get smelted down when you pull them out is going to give the player some XPs. So you get all these lovely vegetation.
Hey,
you can also choose to get bone meal, you also get infinite amounts of fuel and infinite amounts of XPs, all while never having to have a player load this, making this farm truly a must-have for anyone who has a base. The farm itself is also quite simple. You can see there's not a lot of redstone to this entire thing, and it's infinitely automatic, meaning that once you start it up, it could run forever. The only thing to keep in mind when building this is that this chest here needs to give priority to this hopper first and then this hopper. And you can check this just by putting a single item in here and seeing which hopper it goes into first. That way the machine always fills up this composter with items for bone meal before it then gives all the extra to the player to use for whatever he needs. You can also choose to run this farm in slow mode or fast mode. Currently slow mode. If you want to go fast mode, just remove this piston and observer and hook redstone between this copper block and this piston. Running this farm for 1 hour will produce this much vegetation, or if you decided to get that into bone meal, it would produce this much bone meal.
Okay. This is a slightly less efficient design than the one I showed later on. Just move some of the redstone around. This is also just one module. The other one I think is like 2 modules, but you can just build one module at a time. But it's showing about that much bone meal per hour. I guess it also shows how much. This is showing how much because we're trying to figure out if a moss farm would be useful for a fuel source, and it is useful, but how does it compare? The moss farms can run without players, and they're infinitely automatic and playerless. Compared to a bamboo farm, which does need a player for random ticks growth. Just looking at this gives you a headache? Huh. I guess it probably doesn't give me a headache just because I designed it. When I look at other people's redstone, I can also get a headache because you have no clue how they did it. I mean, you could, look at it and figure out how they did it, but at first glance, you're just like what's going on here? So I think that's true for any type of redstone, unless you recognize special smaller devices or something within the contraption. I think it gives everybody a headache. I just noticed these little these little frost snowflake looking things on the edge. It is very Christmas like. Goes well with our Christmas music. But yeah, essentially what I'm doing is I'm showing this, but still I would like to know what the exact numbers are. I feel like at some point I figured it out, but I don't know where the heck I put the information. Sometimes I'll figure this stuff out, but then I won't put it in the video if I don't find it that satisfying. Or maybe I'll put it in the video as text on screen. And that's how a lot of people miss it, including myself. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't see no text on screen. I don't think I was doing text on screen so much back then. Hey, Zol's here. Hello there, Zol here. How you doing there? We're just trying to figure out where does the moss farm fall into when it comes to fuel sources. I mean, we could just do our own test. At this point. At this point, we could just do our own test. I have all the time I try to figure this out. Oh, there I am. Even though I'm wearing a sweater, I'm wearing a nice warm sweater. Still cold for some reason. I don't know. I don't think my sweater's working, guys. Okay, so I think it's in the world. Well, it's in one of these worlds here. Try this one here. Did I load this in a snapshot? Yeah, I think it's fine. Hope it's fine. There's no, I don't know what you want to call it. Nothing too problematic, I think. Okay. You guys can see my Christmas attire. So, could use this to teleport to different places. But I kind of already know where it's at. That's the right one. Okay, that's the one I showed in the video. But then over here I used like a very tiled design, so you can kind of see how it would work when it's all tiled together. And I also moved some of the redstone up, made it a little bit more efficient. So what we could do is I guess, yeah, I don't know exactly how you do this. I guess you'd run the farm for a long period of time. And then outputs over here. Yeah, I hooked it up to the tree farm. But instead of doing that, what you could do is you could try to pull out the azaleas. It's like essentially you're trying to use a moss farm for a fuel source. So you don't want the azaleas to go into composter, because you can't use like the actual moss blocks or the moss carpet for burning. They don't burn because they're, I think, of like moss being wet probably. What else can't burn? The grass seeds. What was the other stuff I produced? Can't remember what it all was. But I think maybe you'd want to put the sorters like here. Try to pull it out before it gets. Maybe put them over here. Try to pull out the azalea. You gotta pull out both types of azaleas. Or you have to make it so that only moss will go into here. I don't know if that's really possible to do. You can see it's already getting a little bit. Some of these are low on bone meal. How's the far one? Yeah, it's getting low on bone meal. The idea is you don't want to obviously run out of bone meal. That's an interesting quote. A lot of fine. Why didn't you just write it's fine? Thanks Marco for following. I said 43, not 94. Oh, it's the previous one. Oh, I don't know what's going on actually. Oh, you did the number. You did the hashtag. You did number. I think you just need to type the number out. But yeah, I don't know. Because I would like just to get the azaleas. I think you just have to pull them out before they go into other system. Probably here somewhere. Get a sorter here, just pull out all the azaleas. And then what you could do, hopefully the farms can run without the azaleas. And then what we could do is we could figure out, you could keep track of like how many excess moss are at the end, how many azaleas you also pull out. And then we could, after running it for a couple hours, we can figure out how many azaleas it produced per hour. But I might want to do this off stream. Just to figure out. I think you would want to run it for a while because of uncertainty. These they're not hooked together. I mean, their loot all ends up down here. So you want to probably pull out the loot before it goes over here, or you could also pull it out over here. It all goes into this here bone meal. You could convert all the moss into bone meal. I guess that's fine. Oh, okay. Marco says, have you figured out how to farm wandering traders yet? Yeah, I have a few videos about farming wandering traders on my YouTube channel. I don't know, I didn't do like a specific video about it, but if you do !farm in the chat there, or if you check the description of my videos, you'll find this spreadsheet here. And if you come down to the bottom, very, very bottom of the spreadsheet, there's a column called entities. And then this one's all about how you can farm up different entities. Like if you want the actual entity and not the loot from them. So if we go here, then we scroll down to W for Wandering Trader. Here's Wandering Trader. And then here's the video that I recommend. So I guess I recommend my cat farm video. I mean, it's essentially just they spawn on the platform, they walk towards the center, they fall in the center, they end up going through a portal. Pretty simple, but I have designed other ones too. Alrighty. Grab some more water. I missed BJB coming in with using the Prime. Thanks so much, BJ, for using your Prime over here. Really means a lot. And welcome to the Gordy Gang. Check out all the perks you get along with it. The link there in chat. If you guys don't know if you have Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, if you know someone that has it, make sure you use it up here on Twitch each and every month. You get a free subscription like BJ there, and then you can use that to subscribe. It's a great way to support me, and you can also get access to a bunch of different perks which I offer. Check them all out. The link there in the chat. We got all the quotes going on at the moment. Cat number 7, or quote number 7, I'm a cat. Oh, there's a lot of different quotes. Most of them are just say out of context. You have no clue what type of context they're said in. Okay, I think I do want to test this. I probably won't test it on stream, but at least we can set it up. Probably want to make a copy of the world. That way, when I'm done with it, I could just delete the world and keep the original. So what we need to do is put in probably 2 sorters and some other stuff. Let's make a copy of the world. Copy of the world. Always good to make backups whenever you're doing something in your world. Be free little heads. Go destroy the world. Oh, I remember that one. That was Wither Skulls. Okay. So what I need is 2 auto sorters. I think I have to keep at least 2 air gaps above the moss for it to grow. Is it 2 or is it 3? One, 2, and we have 4, but I doubt it's 4. It's probably 2 because right here we have 2. Dude, what is this other block used for? Uh-oh. Is a random extra block? I don't know what that's used for. Probably just when I was placing it and other stuff. Okay, so I want to items come across here. I don't know if we're gonna get stuck inside of hoppers. Let's just say if we have a hopper here, here, and we just fill them up. Let's turn on the farm. Ooh, I kind of sneezed. So I think I have 2. I think I have 1 clock for each of these. They're kind of like separate. They're not hooked up to the same clock. Okay, so you can see it breaking blocks off. The items are kind of zipping through the air. Little items. Okay, with the moss, plus with the daily. we would put in azalea here, does it? Oh, whoops. Put in there, there. It's actually pulling all the azalea out. Yeah, it appears so. Kind of cool to watch. There isn't that much azalea to start with. But it seems to pull it out, and it doesn't seem like any items are getting stuck inside. I guess all the items are being aligned to this side, so they're not getting stuck. I think we could stick in two filters here. We could pull up the azaleas. Also, I wonder how full are these hoppers? Oh yeah, these hoppers, they empty after a while. Oh. As long as it doesn't run out over time. You like quote 150 the best? Guys, I've been eaten by a sniffer. Oh my goodness, that was actually quoted. That was from last stream, I think Wednesday. Barry asking the no complex questions. Okay, let's set these up. We have some orders here. We need these to be attached. Barry might need to search online for the answer. Don't know it. Okay, that should work. And then we'll need this. We'll let it continue to run. I guess I don't need a full feed. Need one of each item in there. Same thing for here. Okay. Different types of azaleas. Hello, CH Games. Okay, now we'll put in some hoppers and check. Should probably use normal chest. That was not a normal chest up there, huh? Okay. Alrighty. The idea is we're going to pull out the azaleas and then we'll count them after so much time. And we'll see if the azalea is a good fuel source. Just building some sorters to pull out the fuel away from the rest for my moss farm. Essentially, the ultimate goal of the stream is like to see what is one of the best ways to get fuel. Now that we have the auto crafters, I can autocraft stuff like kelp blocks and bamboo planks. Oh yeah, so notice that he'll add in quotes. You guys want to add in something that I said. Oh, good okay. So I think now we just need the same thing up here. Could try to use a clone command. See how my cloning skills are. Okay, so we need to start from probably clone from here. Must be from Raystream, yeah. Then we'll climb all the way up here. Should be good enough. Thanks for following, Nico. And then I have to stand. Did I do it from down here? I can't remember where even. Let me just check. Y level 104. Okay, 104 is there. Okay. Means I have to stand. Stand here maybe. Based off my feet. And here, and then line up and here. Now, if I do the command correctly, hopefully puts it in correctly. Ooh, I think we got it working. Okay, that did save some time. So yeah, I'm a little bit uncertain about like if I run this test. I don't know if it matters how many bone meal are already in the system. Probably doesn't, because I guess the main thing we're paying attention to is just fuel. We're just trying to figure out like how much fuel it produces. But we should also pay attention to like how much there's also extra stuff. The far end here, everything that's extra apparently isn't too much. Uh-oh. I wonder if it's gonna run out of fuel by the time it gets down here. Like you can see this bone meal stack is starting to deplete. Like maybe it's not getting enough to keep it full. One thing I could have done too, I think I could have removed the ice that was here. Because you don't actually need ice in every one of these. I think you only need it for like the very first one. But in my tutorial, there's a tutorial over there. In the tutorial, I showed this first section here. So in the first section, you kind of do need to have ice, but then once the items get enough momentum, they continue going onwards. Well, I guess we got that part working. We'll just put down some chests over here and we'll count how much bone meal is also coming through. Why is everything a top chest? Here. But essentially, if anything else comes through, I guess something came through there. What we could do, this kind of doesn't make it really tileable. What we could do is we could remove all these filters. These filters are just so that the first hopper doesn't take all the items. Over time it would eventually fill up, but since this is the last one, we could have it take all the items. I'm actually not sure. I guess we just run it. If this one, if it runs out of bone meal down here, in these last ones, it looks like it is, then we'd probably have to do something special. I mean, essentially just means that all the previous ones are taking the bone meal. Look at the very first one. Oh, I suppose if this one fills up, okay, so if this fills up completely, then it should give more bone meal the ones further down. So I think over time it should solve its own problem. This one takes the best stuff. I think moss blocks are the best produce bone meal. Oh, you're already at 155 votes. That's crazy. But let's check out our fuel source. Oh wow, we got quite a few. Okay. Yeah. The main goal is to see, like, is it viable to use a moss farm just for fuel? And what I should, oh, I didn't figure this before, but I should figure out, like, out of all the stuff the moss farm produces, how much of it needs to return back to the moss farm to sustain it, and how much is always considered extra. Is there anything else we need to do before we do the test? I suppose we should probably just run this for a long time to see if this does all fill up. It's getting closer. Kind of closer. Oh, I'll also turn this down. Let's see how much bone meal comes out of here. Also, these are all different levels of bone meal, but I guess it don't really matter. I'll probably all go just in the first one or the second one. Okay. Now they're all pretty much the same. Sweet. I'll test that later. The other one. What was the other one? Help? See if I can find this. We looked at all of these. Oh yeah, we're looking at azaleas. And then there's also wool, which really isn't worth it. Each azalea does half an item worth of smelting, which isn't bad. So our main options are between azalea, fuel, bamboo planks, and kelp. The charcoal wasn't worth it. So I guess we could compare. Dry bamboo. You can't use these for fuel, right? Just the blocks. You can cook it, but you can't use it as. And this also means to make the bamboo blocks you have to waste fuel, which I guess is another thing to take into account. Hey Bammo. Bam modding. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow, as well as everyone else who hit the follow button throughout the stream. Yeah, it's gonna cost fuel in order to make fuel. I wonder is it actually worth it? What we could do is we could figure out like how much each kelp leaf produces worth of fuel, minus the own cost of making it. So go back to the dried kelp and cook 20 things with one dried kelp. It's amazing. You're gonna need to write down some more numbers, otherwise I'm not gonna remember them all. Go back into the testing server. Oh yeah, I'm in the frosty snow. Someone made a little house here. So we have kelp, which is probably in this one here. There. It's going to cost. Essentially it's going to cost dried kelp in order to melt it. But I think the equivalent it was, we said 2 planks, melt 3 things. Okay, so to make a kelp block, it's going to cost 9 smelts of this. You can't use it there. You can make blocks out of it. Here I'll use those blocks to get more kelp melted. I guess what we're trying to figure out is how many kelp, how much of these kelp does it take per to smelt? How is that? Do 1 smelting. How many of these kelps is it gonna take? So let me write down some numbers. We know it. We know we can get 20 smelts. This a third of a smelt. So if you're just comparing bamboo to kelp, kelp is better. But how fast does kelp grow compared to bamboo? That's the next question. Because essentially, your kelp and bamboo they're pretty easy to compare. Maybe you can actually figure out which farm takes up more room too. Thanks for lurking, Barry. Let's look up bamboo. Dried kelp, dried kelp. Okay, does it talk about growth? At default random ticks, Each plant grows an average every 4,000 game ticks for this many seconds. And boom, used. Okay, so this is the information we need. So it grows one time every that many seconds. One bamboo grows every about 205 seconds. Now we need to compare that to kelp. Said each time it receives a random tick has a 14% chance of growing. So I think we can use this to get similar what do you want to call it? Similar label as other one. I guess how often does a random tick occur? The random ticks. The median time between ticks is a second. That is, there is a 50% chance of intervals between a short or two and or sometimes they can be much longer. On average, blocks are updated every 68 seconds. So, can someone in chat explain to me why? Because they said on average, it's a random tick every 68 seconds. But they also says that the median time between ticks is 47 seconds. I guess maybe I don't understand the definition of median versus average. Median. Let me look this up again. Median definition. The middle value set numbers is the 50th percentile, meaning that half of the value. So it means that half the values. Have a good one there, Wally. He's heading off to work. Have a Merry Christmas as well. Don't know if I'll be streaming this upcoming Saturday or Sunday. Median. The median. I guess median isn't too helpful. It says it's the halfway that half of the values are less than. It doesn't tell you what the values are. Almost died to a warden on the subserver. Dang. I guess we're right. Median versus average. Here's some more details. Average is calculated by adding all of the individual values and dividing by the total number. Okay. The median only tells you they have a whole bunch of like batches of stuff. It tells you where the middle is between the batches, but it doesn't tell you the value of each batch and how that averages out. But I think the value that we want to use for our statistics is this one, 68.26 seconds. Okay, so it says that a kelp has a 14% chance of growing every 68 seconds. My question is, what would be the average time for a kelp to grow? Could you just put all the 14% together? Like how many 14% are in 100? If we just times that 68.27, that mean it will grow on average, it will grow every 487 seconds. This is where I get confused. Kelp. One kelp grow every, might be right, 487 seconds. Okay, so that means like 2 bamboo can grow in the same time. Let's die to 12 iron golems in the trading hall. I guess if you died, you could always come back and get your stuff. If you die in the warding spot, you're pretty screwed. Not easy to get your stuff back. So we said that kelp takes twice as long as to grow, but they provide more than twice as much fuel per bamboo. So maybe kelp would be better. I don't know if I have an individual video about my kelp farm. Can't quite recall. Let me just check one of the videos and see if it's in one of these. Okay, so here's the video. Apparently it has a kelp farm in it. In the title. Iron, fish, wit, gold, obsidian. I think it's probably this one. Yeah. This is one where you can get ink and kelp at the same time. But might be probably best just to compare actual just kelp farm. Huh. I guess I just put put a kelp farm probably in like my bamboo farm, or I guess currently we're doing the test in the other worlds. Maybe put a bamboo farm in the farm with the azaleas. Kelp would naturally grow to heights between 2 of age 24 and 26, age of 0. Is that still a problem, or does kelp just automatically use the lowest age now? I don't know if that's just for naturally generated kelp, or is that for kelp that you place down as a player too. You can test it. Hey, Void Block. Do I get on the supporter Minecraft server or boosting Discord server? No, not boosting, but if you're a Discord membership, then you can get on. Okay, let's grab kelp. I guess I just had. The question you're trying to answer is the age set to something high or low? Okay, looks like the age is a bit random on the right hand side. I like how the numbers change. You can actually see the numbers changing. Okay, so then I guess if it's a number that's kind of high, well, each time kelp reaches age of 25, it stops growing. So you would want it under 25. I guess every time you add one to it, it also changes. Maybe bone meal. No, that doesn't. Oh yeah, you got one like 23. 23 would be pretty bad. So I guess if you made your kelp, you want your kelp farm to be like 10 blocks tall. You want to make sure they're all under like 14, number 14. Yeah, it might be kind of annoying to get anything lower. So I think maybe you only really want your kelp farm to be 10 blocks tall. I mean, unless you really want to sit there and just keep trying to get it under, like, making it 1 or 0 each time. It'd be pretty annoying. That means if it's something like, let's see, if we do get one that's close to kind of 14. There's age 0. Okay, there's 15. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13. Okay, so I guess this keeps going 25. Let me even break that one. Oh, I see. It can also be random numbers. I'd say it's like 10. If you had 14, or I guess it'd be like 16, then it could grow up. Like if it's 10 blocks tall and you run through it with a fly machine, I would say that's pretty good. Now we don't have to sit there and keep trying to spam it. You can just harvest it twice as many times. Oh, Eddie's on. Okay. Kelp is also a bit more complicated. Because you have to melt it. Then you have to return it back again. Melt it again. I guess maybe it's not that complicated. Go to this world. I guess we always move our bamboo farm into this world here. And the length of the kelp farm also depends on how big you want to make it. I guess if we want to, we could make them like the same length as these. How is this lined up? Okay, those are off. We could line up like a bamboo farm here. And then we can also line up kelp farm. How's it doing? Okay. And I can't remember how many chunks this is. I did kind of make it so many chunks. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 chunks. I think there should be one chunk when it comes to this with here. And probably would be I think it also said something about make sure having water in different chunks. Maybe that's what it was. Like I think you have to have water in each. I guess not. Let's get the whole thing in one chunk. Just so you don't get cobblestone. I mean, with this design you can't really get cobblestone. If you build it correctly. This is a good thing. Yeah, put the bamboo farm over here, and then put the kelp farm over here. I think those would be the three methods when it comes to like if people want to get fuel without the player like sitting there in a specific spot, because they all could be built pretty much anywhere. These can't be built in Nether. I suppose a bamboo can be built in Nether. It doesn't use water. I don't think I use any water in my design. Here's just some minecart pickings. Pick up the loot. It does take a minecart there where the kelp in this one only use, you don't need a minecart. You use water to pick up the loot. But it would be fascinating. Kind of end the age-old debate. What type of fuel is better? I mean, it really depends on what you want, but I think this type of test will help people decide which one they want. Oh, we should also check on how is the moss doing at the end. Yeah. It is slowly filling in. This one's not, though. Wonder what that is. This one's not quite full. I'm guessing this one is full. Yeah, this one is full. And that's probably the main difference. Once this one gets full, it does. Then it should help the last one. Which makes you think maybe you can't make this super long. I mean, typically, if you're AFKing here, you want it to be loaded as entity processing. So you want to pay attention to what your simulation distance is. I suppose some person could just crank it up. Hey Bam, thanks for contributing. Also, I think I made this one pretty efficient because it pushes several times. Let's go out 3 that direction. I can also go 3 out this way. I think we're on a good roll. I think we'll continue working this another day because I do want to finish up a video. I want to put out a video today, but I didn't get quite finished. It's going to be about the auto crafter and actually applying it to my infinitely automatic beacon farm. So hopefully I can finish working on that today, and then put the video out tomorrow. You guys can watch that new video. It should be a video kind of similar to my mob head farm with the charge creepers lightning farm. So I know a lot of people enjoyed that one. So hopefully this one people also enjoy it. But we're gonna find somebody to raid, and meanwhile while I'm getting that started, check out all my different social links by clicking those in the chat. See what I'm up to on my YouTube videos. Oh, I guess there's an ad break. Okay. That's okay. We will... we will be ready, hopefully, when the ad finishes up. Find somebody to raid. Okay, let's raid someone I've never raided before. Their name is Echo. They're a hardcore Minecraft player, right? Yeah, hardcore Minecraft player with 1,000 days. Impressive. So we will start that. Hopefully the ad finishes for that. I don't know. Can't tell if the ad break finished or not. Come on, let me know if the ad break finished. Nada. Oh, okay. Looks like it's working. Let me try it. Let's start the read again. The ad break thing like froze for me. Hopefully we'll finish up in a few seconds. And then we can do our raid. Didn't have an ad. Okay. Hopefully the ad finished. I don't know why, for some reason mine froze. It just is negative 9 seconds for the ad. Whatever. Hopefully people are back from the ad. But yeah, we'll do a raid for someone that we haven't raided before. Her name is Echo. Doing some hardcore Minecraft live stream. If you guys could copy the message, rated in the chat, copy the message, highlight it,